What is up, guys? Welcome back to Lumsden Motorsports Garage. I'm Wade Lumsden, and today is race day. It's actually the first night of Dirt Track Championship. Yeah, I did not get remotely close to anything that I wanted to get done throughout the week before this race, but you know, it is what it is. I did get this bracket, worked on the 4-bar bracket a little bit, and it's straighter than it was, but it is still not 100%. So let's see if I can get a good look at it. Maybe in the front, kind of. So yeah, you can see it's still kind of all over the place there. It's not perfect, but it's a little bit better than it was, which I guess that's gonna have to do for now. Life just gets in the way, right? So anyways, there's a chunk of lead over here in this corner of the car that I'm wanting to take off. Still got to replace my right front shock with one of the new ones that came in, and then we have body panels to put back on. We have door panel on both sides, and we got to get the trailer and all that stuff ready to go race. So it's going to be kind of last minute scramble here to get out the door to make it to the Dirt Track Championship at Rattlesnake Raceway in Fallon. So I think I am going to just set you guys down and thrash all that out, and then we'll catch back up with you at the racetrack. So let's get to work. Alrighty guys, here at the track, already started doing some work for the car out there, and we're getting ready to do mud packing and a chance for hot laps, which is awesome. I still have some a little bit of final details to do to the car, but we're looking okay, you know. Tire pressures, definitely all that happy stuff. But on some other exciting news, I was asked to drive somebody's Gen X tonight, so I'll be doing that. I'll be the 82J, I believe, green Gen X. That'll be interesting. Some videos from earlier in the year. That was the first time I ever drove a Gen X, when I hot lapped the one that my little brother always drove, but this will be the first time I get to race a Gen X, so kind of fun. So we'll do the Gen X and the modified tonight, which that reminds me, I gotta go check in for the Gen X. Yeah, that's a thing. Anyways, gonna try to go out and mud pack and hot lap with the Gen X, and then jump in the modified and go hot lap with the modified. And yeah, should be a good night. Some interesting stuff happening. We got somebody getting married on the front stretch before the races start. And yeah, life's been crazy, guys. So is it weird that I feel like it's calmer here at the races than it has been for me the last couple weeks? Oh well. So yeah, hopefully we're gonna have a good night. I didn't get a chance to really address my tires or anything like that, but we did undo the changes that I didn't like from last race. So we'll start there with a base as our base, and then hopefully we'll be able to adjust and be more successful. So looks like we got a really good car count, and it should be a good night. Hopefully it turns into a really good weekend for us. So time to get ready to crawl into a car. Alrighty, well, hot laps went okay. I only got the hot lap, the Gen X, but hey, I drove it around in circles and not little bitty ones, so that's a plus. Right now they're getting ready to do the wedding on the front stretch, and then I got to go up and sing the national anthem, and then we'll start racing. I looked at the order briefly. Hold on, let me look at my phone real quick. All right, looks like they are going to be running hobby stocks, then Gen X, and then sprints, dwarfs, and then the modifieds. So I got some times first. I'll be in the Gen X first, or mini stocks first, and I'm in the back of the first heat, so that's all right. And then as far as the modifieds go, I am pole of the first heat in the modifieds. I drew a 2, so I didn't draw for the Gen X. I didn't make it in time for pill draw, so I'm in the back of the first heat. So.
Well, don't help when you're told last minute.
Yeah, I know, right? Right. It's all right. We make things work around here, so.
Work for the last minute, we won't get anything done.
Amen. We're a bunch of procrastinators, but we'll tell you about it later. Anyways, yeah, I'm gonna go up and do the national anthem, and then we'll get things rocking and rolling. I'm not sure how the video is gonna work for this. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get in-car video for the Gen X, so we'll see what we do. I might have to hand Tis the GoPro, and he might have to just film it from the outside so you guys can laugh at me.
Oh, that's scary. You see what happened the last time I got one.
Oh boy, here we go. guys, we did a bunch of, not a bunch, I guess we did some changes, did some J-bar changes, trying to drive that right rear of the car into the ground. Heat race, I guess, let me yeah, updates, I guess. Heat race mini stock, it's a totally different thing to drive, so it took me a little while to get used to it. Took third, whatever.
I still think you looked awesome in the mini stock. So great, in fact, I think I'll have to drive your IMCA next year for you so you can drive that full time.
I don't know about that. Anyways, so we made took third in the Gen X. We'll see what that means for main event. I drew a 6, so should be starting third row outside. And then heat race in the modified was going all right, was cruising around in second. I messed up my entry down in the slick stuff down in the bottom of 3 and 4. 1 and 2 were nice and tacky. It was I felt like I could drive it anywhere. 3 and 4 were really slick down on the bottom and kind of wet slick, dry slick down on the bottom and kind of wet slick up higher. But there was a nice good clean spot, and I missed it, so I was down in the dry slick stuff, and yeah, I overdrove it and spun myself in a circle. It's 1 and you're done in the heats here, so technically a DNF, or well, not a DNF, it's a last place finish. So I don't know if somebody drove off the track before me or not, but that is what it is. So I'll probably be starting somewhere near the back in the main event. Back onto the car. You can probably hear Tiss in the background putting tires on. Believe it or not, this is still the tire that wheel that we beat to seal, so it's working good.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Hey, we want to use up as much as we can before we toss it, right? So we pulled the right rear tire off. We did some tire prep on the Tire Demon over there, and did some tire prep on the left rear. And then, like I said, we did a J-bar change, trying to drive that right rear into the ground a little bit more. It was boiling hot when we got in here, so hopefully that'll be enough. I did notice that I have a little seal on the yoke of my driveline that goes into the transmission, and I noticed that was if my yoke is not bottoming it out, it is extremely close. So I went ahead and took a little bit of chain out of my left rear to try to limit the amount that it drops, to keep that driveline from driving into the transmission and pushing through the transmission, which causes things to break. So did that. Hopefully that'll be good. Now we got to get some fuel in it. We got to do tire pressures, and I think the modified should be, well, let's just go with good to go, right?
Yeah, good to go.
Yeah, we'll go with that. So coming up here soon, Tiss and I have got to get some food and water in us, and so
wasting nothing over here, man. Wasting away
it's a boy. So we're gonna go do that. We'll come back and do the fuel and tire pressures because we got a little bit of time. They're out there grading the track, which is good and bad. It probably, I don't know, we'll see. It gave us a lot of time, but it lets us have no idea what the track is going to be when we come out for our main now. So although I'm gonna just assume it's going to be dry slick, the question is it going to be rough? That's going to be the question. So all right, we're gonna go feed ourselves and we'll be back at it. All right, looks like modifieds. Well, first off, let's start with the mini stocks. It's only going to be a 15 lap main event, and I am going to be right here, so not bad. And then modifieds, yep, I'm in the back. 30 lap main event. That gives me an opportunity to do some stuff, but
all right, guys, here we have the Gen X, the natural habitat. See how they punch up, feeling the danger of the green flag as it comes out. See it take off. There on the outside. This has been a short documentary by Tis. Let us know if you would like me to stop doing that, or I will come up with some more and we can go from there. Thank you.
Alright, so the Gen X race went alright. Started 6th. Green dropped. I think I fell back, a couple spots at least, 3 or 4 right there off the start.
Yeah, right off the start.
That's alright. So fell back a couple spots and then started getting in a groove and starting to figure out how to drive that front wheel drive thing. We managed to finish 4th, so I'm happy with that. I do have to show you this. So under caution, they announced for the 82 to pass a couple cars, and I pulled out and made contact with the actual 82. I was 82J. I don't know if you guys can can see it, but I made contact with him. He's the owner of both cars, so the first dent in his brand new car came from me driving his other car. So yeah, that's always nice to do, right? Like, give him a little kiss and do it under caution. Oh well. Little confusion on my part there. That I told him that was all my fault. So anyways, Tiss is gonna be doing tire pressures for me real quick on the modified. Hopefully the changes we made are gonna be good, and we're starting in the very back, so a lot of work to do, a lot of ground to make up. Let's see if we can do it. Let's crawl in the car and go. that was fun and exciting. We have lots of body damage. Front here is all folded over. Same thing with over here. It's alright. This side took a beating. But definitely fixable. I think it's going to be a lot of beat to fit, paint to match on that one, but hey, the breakaway pop rivet points worked. I think we still have a savable quarter panel, so the rest of the car is not in too bad a shape. So yeah, that's all right. Interesting race. Started in the very back. I felt like I had a lot of car. I just I could not find a way past the number 68. I just couldn't find a clean way by him, you know. Me and a couple other cars managed to swap spots while I was, you know, battling with that. They managed to get by him where I still struggled, but so we gained some spots. I think we made it all the way up to 7th. Yeah. And then on one of the restarts, I ended up losing 2 spots somehow. I guess it is what it is. And then I have no idea where we finished. 9th, 10th, something. I don't know. It wasn't great, but the good news is the car felt way better than it had been. So I'm happy with the adjustments that were made. So we were moving in the right direction there. Sad about the body damage. And then they're late in the race. I ended up getting into the back of the 25S. I think that was definitely I think that was my fault. They checked up and slowed down. I think him and another car were just getting into some slick stuff, and I didn't get on the brakes near hard enough, and I think I drove through him. I didn't feel a contact, but
it looked, from what I could see, it looked like you just barely touched his bumper and
it sent him
and kind of backed off a little bit, and he just come around.
Yeah, of course, down there at the bottom of 4, it was slick enough that if you got a hold of anybody, they were going around. So we will call that on me. I probably should have given ourselves a little bit more racing room. So apologize about that. Ooh, I gotta bleep that.
Yeah.
But overall, I mean, it was a decent night. I'm glad that we moved forward and moved in the right direction with our adjustments. I'm a little sad about the body.
A lot better choice than when you decide to try and add weight.
Yeah, right. We wanted to try something, so I tried something. So yeah. So the plan now, we're done with the first night of the Dirt Track Championship here at Rattlesnake Raceway, Fallon, Nevada. Tomorrow is the second day. We start racing really early. I think we start racing at noon or 1 o'clock. It is a Sunday, and I got to work on Monday. So our goal is to try to keep everything in really good shape and be able to load it up and get out of here really, really quick. So
hey, we gotta be able to get out early so I can go hunting Monday.
Oh yeah, he's got a tag, so he's gonna go hunting. So we got anything else?
I think we're done for the night. Just clean up, get everything ready, get out of here, and do it again tomorrow.
Rock on. We'll try it again tomorrow. So don't forget to like and subscribe. Any questions, comments, concerns down below. As always, thanks for watching, guys. Hit up the Lumsden Motorsports Facebook page. Hey, I still have Lumsden Motorsports Win the Show, Be the Show t-shirts, so reach out to me on Facebook. We'll make that happen. And yeah, hey, my brother's here this time, so
until next time, keep the dirty side down.
See you guys next time.